and getting to know the organization and exactly what my role will be here. And I do feel like I have a lot of upside. I learn quick, and there are a lot of things that I don't know, but I'm picking up and I'm learning daily. So just jumping into the pro arena, so it's a good transition at a great time for me to pick up a lot of new things and kind of evolve my game to the next level.
Oh, yeah, that's something that. To me, 27 years old is young, and especially with big guys. Big guys' careers tend to stretch out longer, but we viewed his age as a positive. And this guy's Staff Sergeant in the United States Air Force, and he served in Iraq on multiple occasions. I mean, this is a special guy. So, we're excited to have him here from a basketball standpoint, but we're honored to have him as part of our organization for what he's done for us and our country and all those things. And so, that's a big deal, and you don't get the opportunity to draft a guy like that every day. And the other thing I'll say about the other two guys as well, I mean, Jay is probably viewed as one of the top. He's in the top 2 or 3 hardest playing guys in the draft. Just in terms of energy and how he goes at it, and we love Jared's competitiveness as well. And when you draft nowadays in the NBA, you want to get guys that have skill, that have quote unquote talent, but for us, hard play and that kind of, toughness is one of the talents that we look for. And so we like these guys a lot, and we know that our fans will be very proud of the kind of guys that we brought in here in this draft. I mean, to get 3 guys like this is a coup for us, we really feel.
Along those lines, Bernard, a question for you. Coach Carlisle has often, talked about liking players who are resourceful and show perseverance. Obviously, your background demonstrates a whole lot of that. So, can you share with us what, military-wise, what you learned about those traits in the military and how you think that translates to basketball?
Just those traits being key to success. The military kind of hinges on that, and just having perseverance, toughness. And all of that translates into basketball perfectly because the military is basically just a big team. So just going to basketball, you're on another team and you got to work together. You got to figure out what your job is and do that job and do it well and do it every day. And even when there's distractions or obstacles pop up, you still have to get your job done. So that's where the perseverance comes in, and all of it directly translates over to basketball.
Bernard, you obviously didn't give up on your dream. Was there ever a time, a story where maybe overseas where you thought this is not going to work out at the NBA, that this is where I might wind up being?
Honestly, the NBA didn't really come into the picture as my main goal until about a year ago. Up until then, my main goal was graduating from college. Once I got into my senior year, I had taken all my hard classes and I was coaching, so I took bowling my last semester. So I was good to go. I was going to graduate. So that's when the NBA really became my goal, and that's when I started working on it. And really going into college, my goal was to get my degree and go back in the Air Force as a commissioned officer. So being a professional basketball player, the idea is still kind of new to me. But I am enjoying it, and I'm going to work hard and make sure I stay here.
Would you say you were an intimidating officer?
Yeah, sometimes, when the situation required it. I think I was pretty fair with my guys, but sometimes you get a knucklehead and you gotta put the smack down on them.
Coach,
You know how that is, Eddie, right?
Coach, do you expect that kind of leadership in the locker room from him?
Yeah, listen, I have no concerns when it comes to him about anything as far as conduct or any of that. I mean, he's gonna do the things that are expected of him and more, because that's what he has done. That's what he stood for. So, but look, this is unique. You get a staff sergeant in the United States Air Force that's taking bowling. I mean, there aren't many guys like that around.
You gonna teach him ping pong?
Captains? We'll see. We'll see.
Anything else? Okay, thanks guys. Stand up for a second. We're going to do jerseys so we can get some photos. Cool. Yeah. Hang tight just in case anybody else wants to come up and ask you guys a question. We'll do the whole minutes of just one-on-one and then, yeah.